Hi, I'm Frank McGovern. I am auditioning for the part of the doctor for the film Affluenza. Ladies and gentlemen, and those who still believe in the American dream, welcome to my Tuesday. You know you made it when your psychiatrist is more interested in your parking ticket than your mental health. Today's case, young man named Ethan. Ethan's 98% entitlement and 2% human. He had to get his affluenza diagnosis so he can pretend he didn't T-bone a mailbox, spill a Merlot fountain, and possibly yell at a squirrel. Also, he can become an ambassador. An ambassador. This man can't parallel park. Mr. Marks, my son is overstimulated. The neon in the Target parking lot was too much for him. He is suffering from resource displacency, you see. He doesn't know what it's like to own a limited resource. He needs this affidavit to represent our country in diplomacy. Yes, because nothing says trusting with foreign diplomacy like a kid who once tried to buy a small country with monopoly money. Now, affluenza, don't get me started. It's not in the DSM-5, but apparently it's right next to the Napoleon complex and TikTok ADD. Symptoms include believing your cell phone is a landline, thinking a nap is 4 hours of unbroken sleep, and that crime is just a hurdle to success. Ethan's case, classic. He got into a tiff with a valet who took 7 minutes to park his Tesla. Ethan followed him to the parking lot, screaming, "This is why I don't trust laborers." Then he threw a cup of overpriced oat milk latte at him. Oat milk. It's like a hate crime against capitalism. But the parents, they're not worried about assault. No. They're worried about the ambassadorship. Doctor, Ethan's the only candidate who's never had to contemplate a budget. Sir, he doesn't contemplate budgets. He contemplates whether his yacht is cool enough to be his yacht. So here I am, a man who's treated war veterans, survivors of corporate burnout, and a woman who thought marijuana was a type of foreign currency. Now being paid $10,000 an hour to write, Ethan exhibits signs of mild superiority. Recommend more naps, fewer consequences. It's not medicine, it's theater. And me, I'm the sad clown in the third act whispering, yes, your kid's a menace, but let's call it executive dysfunction, shall we? You know the worst part? I almost feel sad for him. Ethan's never had to face reality. So, the affidavit will get filed, the judge will raise an eyebrow and then take a bribe in vintage wine. Ethan will sail through, he'll get his ambassadorship, and one day he'll sit across from a foreign leader and say, I don't understand this treaty. Why isn't everything free for me? And our country's honor? Destroyed. But hey, at least I'll have my gold-plated credentials. If you ever need a doctor who prescribes real medicine, like humility, or a nap that's not a TikTok trend, give me a call. Otherwise, I'll be here, fighting the good fight and supporting those poor unfortunates suffering from affluenza.